Hi guys, I thought the first thing we would do before we start any series or any kind of training is that we would learn to charge a marker or charge your clicker if you so choose to use a clicker. The reason we train this is just simply so that we have a communication noise or word that you can use to pinpoint the exact moment your dog does the thing that you're getting the reward for. So just as an example, if you were training your dog to sit, what can happen is you train your dog to sit, as his bum hits the ground, that's when you would mark it. So my word for my dog is just yes in a really high pitched weird voice. So as he sits, yes, his bum hits the ground, I say the word yes, he knows that's exactly what he got the reward for, and then his reward can come later. If you don't train with a marker word, the communication between you and your dog's it's not black and white. So for example, again, if you're training your dog to sit, you ask him to sit, he sits. So then you get your treat out your pouch, you go to reward your dog potentially gets up to come to the reward. So at the point where you're rewarding your dog, his bum's off the ground. So you've sent a message to your dog that actually the reward comes when you get back up again. So it's really important that we charge our marker word so that we can use it to mark that point, sit, yes, then the reward can come after, or he can even get up and come and get the reward, but he knows he's been marked for that bum on the ground. Now, what do we mean by charging the marker? So charging the marker just means that we create value for the dog when he hears that sound, so that we can then use it for future training. So my word that I use for my dog is just yes, and I do it in that high-pitched voice, and he knows that that is a predictor that something awesome will come next. That's something awesome when you first start out. It's really easy just to use food because you can get in a high number of repetitions so that you can condition it really, really quickly. So yeah, let's go ahead and try it. It's super simple. You can do this in your armchair if you really want to. It's a bit of armchair training. So if you are going to use a word, pick something that's short and sharp. Don't use, for example, good boy, or sometimes even the word good is not that great because a lot of other people, when they come to meet your dog, they might go, good boy. So the dog will hear the word good and he'll be like, oh, expecting food. And they could potentially mark him for something that you don't want. So if he's jumping up at that point, for example. So yes is a good one because you very rarely use that in a negative tone with your dog. So are you gonna sit up? You gonna sit up for this? You gonna sit up? Yes. So what I'll do with my boy, I'm gonna count out 5 treats. Got to be able to count first, buddy. So I've got 5 treats in one hand, and you literally just say the word yes, then feed. Yes, then feed. Yes, then feed. Yes, feed. Yes, and feed. It doesn't have to be contingent on the dog doing anything. He doesn't need to perform anything for this. You are literally just conditioning the word yes is followed by food. So what you're looking for really is that some sign of recognition that when you say the word yes, he goes, huh? What am I getting that for? And then when you really have charged that marker, we can then use that within a training situation. So for example, if I wanted my boy to drop, I could lure him down into a drop, yes, as his belly hits the ground. The other equipment you can use, if you have done a bit of dog training, you maybe own one of these, and that's a clicker. And the reason you might use a clicker could be if you've got a multi-person household and then many of you might be doing some of the training. It's a unique noise, I suppose, to the environment, stands out from the environment. I use it if I'm training tricks, but I don't tend to take it out on the road with me just because it means you've got a handful with another one. But you condition this in exactly the same way. So you just would click and then feed your dog. Click and then feed your dog. Click. Again, not contingent on your dog doing anything. It's just that we are pairing that noise. Dogs learn by association, so we're just pairing that noise, click, or that word yes, associated with food or something awesome, and that's how we can mark the behavior. So I hope that's helpful. If you start doing that, I would suggest, if your dog's say kibble fed, 10 bits of his food each day, do that for a week and you'll be on it. Yeah? Good boy.